Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Elatham Bashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. It's the ICPK. Started off at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I am Precinct Officer Mawazar, and we teach that the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible. Despite what your Christian pastor might teach you, he'll teach you that, you know what I mean? You are just like everybody else. Understand what I'm saying? Now, your Christian pastor don't teach you anything. You'll go up in the churches and learn absolutely nothing. So it's like, as you learning anything, nothing, you're just continuously sinning against the Most High. So it's like, you know what I mean? You go up in the Christian churches and they are not like letting you know, like, what is the truth according to the Bible. Understand what I'm saying? So it's like they try to keep you asleep. These greedy bastards, all they want is just your money. You know what I mean? They take your grandma's money, her whole life saving, her pensions, her pension check, her retirement check, and this is what they do. They take all her money, everything that she owned. Like your grandma go in there and put up her whole life savings inside the church and still don't learn anything. But it's time for our people to come up out these Christian churches so they can know exactly who they is according to this Bible. Because you're not going to learn anything inside of, matter of fact, let me get Hebrews 5 and 12, young man. Hebrews 5 and 12. See, inside of the ISUPK, you learn exactly who you are according to the Bible. That's for one. You learn who Christ died for. Understand what I'm saying? He died for the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians. He didn't die for everybody. So like he's not unalive for everybody. And the Most High, all right, hold that. The Most High loves you. He don't love everybody. He loves the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians, the ones that's in the ghettos, the ones that's in the barrios, the ones that's in the reservations. He loved the ones that is impoverished. He loved the ones that have absolutely nothing, the homeless. That's out there homeless right now. He loved those people. He loved the people that's been oppressed. And he wants you to come back to him. Learn the law, statutes, and commandments. Learn his word. And be obedient. Let's be obedient children to our Father, because our Father really loves us and he wants to come back. But we have to learn how to serve him and stop serving our oppressor. Understand what I'm saying? Stop going out here celebrating your birthdays and Halloween and Thanksgiving, which that's about to come up. What, like almost the end of November? So you can start celebrating New Year's Eve. So you can stop celebrating Valentine's Day. These are pagan holidays. And your Christian pastor, he celebrate these things. This is something that he don't take out. He'll tell you that the laws are done away with, but he'll still continue to take your tithe money. And he celebrate everything, all the pagan holidays. I guarantee you that. On Christmas, your Christian pastor is in the church telling you that Christ's birthday is on the 25th, that he was born dead middle of the winter. That's where he was born. That's when he was born. And I tell you, Christ never celebrated his birthday. Understand what I'm saying? Christ didn't do any of those things. He celebrated the high holy days. The holy days that the Lord told us to observe, to keep. He told us to celebrate those. Like the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He tell you to celebrate. He tell you to keep and observe the blowing of the trumpet, the Feast of Tabernacle, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. These are the things that Christ kept. I mean, he told you to love your brother as you love yourself. He didn't say love everybody. He said love your brother. You know what I mean? We have to look at Christ as an example. And we should and always got to follow him. He's going to guide us. He's the mediator between, you know what I mean, the Most High and us. So he's going to teach us the ways on how to serve the Most High. You got that? Go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. But when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of God.
Right. So, you know what I mean? When you ought to be teachers, you know what I mean? You have to be taught again, because everything that we learned in this world, it's not correct. And I'm gonna be like truly honest with you. It's not correct. Our Christian pastors didn't teach us anything. I know a lot of us that was raised up in the church, in the Baptist church, in the Catholic church. You know what I mean? And these things that they teach us is what's keeping us departed from our Father. Because we keep listening to this greedy bastard that's not teaching us a goddamn thing about who we truly are according to this Bible. Understand what I'm saying? It says, for the time we ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again. Understand what I'm saying? Like Commander General Yohana, man, he raised these brothers up. And these brothers go out and wake up more brothers. And that's what we doing. We love our people. Like out of everything we could be doing, we choose to go out and wake up our peoples. We choose to serve the Most High. Understand what I'm saying? This is what you should do. Before you can go out and teach, you ought to be taught again. Because what you learn in Christian churches is what's keeping us oppressed. It's what's keeping us destroyed. We have to come up out these Christian churches. Get up in the ISUBK. We teach everything that you're supposed to know about this Bible, the truth about this Bible. We are the home of the truth. Keep reading.
And are become such as have need of milk.
Keep going.
Not of strong meat.
Not of strong meat. We need the milk first. Before we can get to the mystery of the Bible, you know what I mean? The deeper understanding about the Bible, we have to first get the milk first. Just like a baby. Like, you would not give a baby a damn steak, now would you? Right? We're just like those babies. We need milk first. Once we have the milk, then we move on. Then we move on to the cereal. After the cereal, we eat, you know what I mean, something else that's soft. It's not more, it's more or less liquidy. liquidy. Understand what I'm saying? We're still young. But as we graduate, we learn more and more and more. And that's when we start getting to the deep mystery of the Bible. But first, we have to get the milk. What's the milk? The milk is the basics. Like what? Like learning about the do's and the don'ts of the Bible. You know what I mean? The laws, statutes, and commandments. Understand what I'm saying? Stop eating crab, lobster, shrimp, and pork. These are the basics. Don't shave your beard. A man should not wear what a woman wears, and a woman should not wear what a man wears. We have to observe and keep all the high holy days of this Bible. We have to love our brother as we love ourselves. This is the milk. Also, learning who Christ died for. Christ did not die for everybody, according to this Bible. Then you have to understand how these people look inside of this Bible. Because your Christian pastor would tell you that color doesn't even matter. That salvation is for everybody. You know what I mean? Christ came to be unalive for everybody. And that's false. And we can prove that inside of this Bible all day long. Drop that. Let me get Daniel 7 and 9. First, we're going to get into how these people look according to this Bible. I mean, not according to my interpretation, because what I say don't even mean anything. But what this Bible says, it means everything. And everything that I'm breaking down today out of this Bible, it comes from the Bible. Obviously. So we're going to get into some scriptures about, you know what I mean, how these people look according to the Bible. Because if color didn't matter, then why is it written inside of the Bible? The thing is, they don't want you to know who you are. Because if you knew exactly who you were according to this Bible, you wouldn't need them no more. You know what I mean? When you start serving your God, that's when you have your strength. That's when you have your protection. That's when you have the love. That's when you have the kingdom. That's when you're going to rule over all nations on the face of this earth. They know that. So they have to keep you asleep as long as possible. But their time is coming. Babylon is falling to rise no more. There is not going to be any more Babylon. No more America. No more Egypt. No more slavery. None of that. This is going to end. When Christ returns, Christ is going to reign on this earth. And all of the 12 tribes of Israel is going to reign right along with him as kings and priests, according to this Bible. Understand what I'm saying? So we have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so we can get the hell up out this captivity, man. I know y'all tired of this crap that we going through every day. We got to come up out of here, man. And the only way we're gonna do that, we have to separate. The Lord chose us. You know what I mean? He wanted us to be holy, separate from the world, separate from other nations. He don't want us to be like them. He's showing us a way how to live. He wants us to be special unto him. Like he wants us to be like completely apart from them. Because y'all, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, we are all special people to the Most High. We are royalty. So until we come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, we will continue to be in these conditions that we're in. You got that?
Out of my concept.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get that real quick. That's remember that's Daniel 7 and 9. We're gonna get up in these scriptures and we're gonna break this thing all the way down to the bone bristle. You know what I mean? I know y'all tired of seeing our people in this oppression, in this slavery that we're in. I know I am. You know what I mean? This is how much I love my people. Because I choose to come and serve the Most High like I'm supposed to. That is the duty of man. You know what I mean? We come to serve our power. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So like you said, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Now, let me give you the backstory on this. Right? This is Daniel, right? This is the account of Daniel. Daniel had a vision and a dream. You know what I mean? When he had this vision and his dream, you know what I mean? He wrote it down and he spoke about it. So what we're going to do now is find out what was this dream and this vision that he wrote and he spoke about. Let's find out this vision that he's seen. Go ahead.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld to the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days sit.
Now, who is the Ancient of Days? The Ancient of Days is the Most High. This is Daniel. He saw, you know what I mean, the Most High sitting on his throne with all his glory around him. Understand what I'm saying? This is a part of the vision that he's seen. This is the Most High. Now, he's going to give a description of what he's seen. But he's seen the Most High on his throne. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
His garment. Like, if you see anybody at the Passover, you see anybody like the Hebrew Israelites. I'm not just talking about everybody, right? I'm talking about ISUPK. If you see us in our attire, we are wearing a garment. We wear garments at our high holy days. We wear garments at our Passover. You know what I mean? Our glorious garments. Like like how we're gonna be rocking it out at the 55th Passover. You know what I'm saying? The 55th annual Passover in Durham, North Carolina. It's going to be glorious, and everybody's going to be rocking their garments, just like the Most High. The Most High garment was all white. You know what I mean? We want to be like our Father. Understand what I'm saying? He rocked it out, all white, like pure white. He was clean. Ain't a stain on him. Understand what I'm saying? That's how clean the Most High was and is and always will be. Salaki. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And the hair of his head, like the pure wool.
The hair of his head was like the pure wool. Mean what? the texture. Now I have a question. If anybody can answer it in the chat, or you know what I mean, if you want to answer it, young man, who have pearl woolly hair?
Salakia.
Who that?
Triple Go Bar. Sorry, I'm a little bit late too. I had just seen the text. Sorry.
All right, no sweat.
But to answer your question, sir, is us, we got woolly hair.
Right. Black people, we have woolly hair. We're the only people on the face of this earth that have woolly hair, or they call it kinky hair. Understand what I'm saying? Like you can't compare us to Africans because we don't have the same texture hair. You know what I'm saying? If you look at their hair, you know what I mean, they try so hard to have our texture hair. Half of them, well, I'm gonna say majority of them can't even grow hair. Women can't even grow hair. Understand what I'm saying? So our hair is woolly. If somebody can, Baba Shaw, pull up the word woolly. We're the only people that have woolly hair. Understand this, right? If you take a sheep, right, and you just rub your hand across, you know what I mean, his body, not in that way it's lucky. But if you feel the texture of that sheep, that's the same texture as a Negro. Understand what I'm saying? That's the same texture. That's wool. Anybody got that definition of woolly?
So like you said, the definition of what?
Woolly. Come on, get it quick. For time's sake, right? Woolly hair is of a Negro, right? We're the ones that we have woolly hair. Basically, so this is the whole point, that the Most High had woolly hair. So who's to say that the Most High or we look just like our Father? We have the same texture hair as our Father. The whole point is the Most High is a nigger God. He's a nigger. He's the God of Israel. He's the God of the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians. He is the nigger God. Like, if you look at everybody else, like everybody have their God that looks just like them, right? Look at the Buddha God, right? With the lowercase g. He's the God of the Asians, the Chinese, the Japanese, supposedly. Or the Koreans, maybe too. You know what I mean? Their God looks just like them. Or they look just like their God. You know what I mean? You got the little chinky eyes, just like their people. You know what I mean? They have their own God. Or what about the East Indian God? The East Indian God they look just alike. You know what I mean? They got a little red dot on their head. You know what I mean? What the Well, the East Indian god is Shiva, the little blue man, with dreads with 6 arms. I don't know what that represent, but you know what I mean? Hey, they look just like they god. Just like the Egyptians, same thing. They look just like they God. Everybody have a God that look like them. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, the Christian pastor, he wants you to serve a God that don't even much look like you. But I'm here to tell you right now, according to this Bible, we look just like our God. We serve a God that we look like. Drop that. Let me get Revelation 1:13. We're going to keep on getting into these scriptures and show you how these people look according to this Bible and who his salvation is for. So the scripture pastor like to tell you that, you know what I mean, color doesn't matter because God loves everybody, right? Why they can't never pull that up inside of this scripture? You know what I mean? Now, the thing about this Bible, it always name who it's talking about. But the Christian pastor is going to tell you that, you know what I mean, that means everybody. The world means everybody, that's not true. Understand what I'm saying? Who got that? Revelation 1:13.
Okay, sir, I got it.
All right, hold on. All right, real quick. I mean, give a big shout out to everybody in the class. You know what I mean? We got Officer Yaquab. What's good? Y'all Bashin, y'all Shabrakatha. We got Crystal in the class. Yahweh Shema Alatha Bashin Yahweh. What's going on, sis? We got Shaya Raw. Yahweh Shema Alatha Bashin Yahweh. What's going on, sis? We got Lewis. Lewis up in here. Yeah, man, Lewis. Y'all Bashin Yahweh Shabrakatha. What's going on? We got young man Mario in here. What's good? Y'all Bashin Yahweh Shabrakatha. And we got Trooper Gabar up in here. All right. Y'all Bashin Yahweh Shabrakatha. All right. I mean, glad to see y'all in the class. That's what's up. Y'all keep holding it down. Y'all keep supporting this truth. You know what I mean? This is home of the truth. And this is where it's at. Understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember when I first came into the truth. I mean, also y'all quiet, man. He looked out for me. I'm like, yeah, man, that's what's up. Well, it's true. That's what it's where the real love at. It's where the real brotherhood is at. And it's truth. Yeah. But if you gotta go ahead.
Oh, I got it, sir. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13.
Go to do 1 and 1. Hey, Trooper Gabar. Salaki. Trooper Gabar.
I'll come out of one.
Are you able to read?
Yes, sir. Come, sir.
All right. Just make sure you have your notes and you know what I mean, your pen and your paper and your sword. Just put your phone on mute real quick. All right, go to You know what I mean, Mario? Go to 1, Revelation 1 and 1.
Come on, concert, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The revelations of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Which God.
Hold it right there. Now, it says this is the revelation of Yahushua, right? Who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua Mashiach. You know what I mean? Revelation, this is the revelation of Christ. Meaning it means reveal. This is the revealing of Christ. You know what I mean? For people that really don't know, they claim that they don't know how Christ looked. You know what I mean? But it's written in the Bible where it shows you in detail how Christ looked. You know what I mean? They give a description of how he looked. That's just like if somebody robbed the store, right? And in order to find out how somebody looked, you have to give a description, right? You have to give a description to the police. You know what I mean? You let them know, yeah, he had braids, he had goatee, dark skin, or whatever. Understand what I'm saying? You have to give a description. So this is what's going on right now. This is the revealing of Yahushua. John is going to give Salaki. John is going to give a description of Christ. Salaki. Keep going.
The revelations of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must surely come to pass.
Keep going.
And he said and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Right. This is John. I mean, he's revealing this to John. And this is what John doing. John gonna do the same thing. He's gonna give you the description of what he saw, right? Matter of fact, let me go on. Let me see, where is that? Matter of fact, just go to 13. Matter of fact, no. Go to number 12. We'll do number 12.
You said Revelation 12.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
Right. So John, this is what John did. John turned to see the voice that was speaking to him. It was Yahushua. Understand what I'm saying? This is the voice that he heard, right? Keep going.
And being turned, I saw even golden candlesticks. I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
Keep going.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So when John turned around, right, John saw Yahushua in the midst of these 7 candlesticks, right? Because this is what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to turn around and whatever he's seen, he's supposed to write it down, right? So this is what he's seen. He's seen the Son of Man in the midst of them 7 candlesticks. Who is the Son of Man? Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This is what he saw. Now he's going to give a description of what he saw. This is the description. Keep going.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Look at that garment again. That glorious garment. The glorious garment that we all wear, Passover, high holy days. Like this Christ too. Christ rocked it out just the same way as, the Most High. This is how the Most High wanted us to dress. We have our own culture. Our own customs. This is what we do. This is what the Most High raised us up to be like. Just like if you have a son or your kids, you raise your kids up how you want them to be raised up. You don't raise them up like the other kids. You want to raise them up how you want them to be raised up. You tell them to wear what they need to wear, eat what they need to eat. These things, these are the rules and instructions on how you, raise your child. You teach them. And this is what he did. He showed us this is the way that you rock these things. This is what you wear, right? Keep going.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right. That's the war belt. That 24 karat gold war belt that was around his midsection, right? This is what he rocked. And if you see any one of us in a garment, we all wear, the war belts around our midsection. Keep going.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, meaning the color and the texture of his head. Now, this is one, right? If you look at your so-called oppressor, he don't have the same color or texture hair. He have stringy long hair. This is describing a man with woolly hair, white woolly hair, meaning the color and the texture of it. Once again, who has woolly hair? That's black people, right? Only us. That's not even it, though. Let's keep going. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Now, if you see black people, right, when they get to a certain age, the hairs, we call it, like back in the days, we used to call it grays, but it's not grays. It's actually white hairs, right? When our beard completely get to us, like when we get to a certain age, our whole beard just turn white. Like the hairs on our head just turn white. It's like salt and pepper. Feel what I'm saying? But it's more of salt. If you understand what I'm saying. So our hairs is not gray, it's white. The hairs on his face and the hairs on his head is white like wool. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes was as a flame of fire. Meaning what? That means Christ drank wine. Christ was a wine bibber. If you didn't know that. That don't mean that his pupils was red. That don't mean that he was spitting out, you know what I mean, red laser beams out his eyes. That's not what that means. You know what I mean? I see a lot of pictures. I see pictures describing Yahushua, and he have the, you know what I mean, the white, I mean the red pupils, looking like he have on contact lenses. And that's false. When they was talking about the red, they were talking about the whites of his eyes. You know what I mean? You know, like when black people drink, you know what I mean, our eyes get red. You know how we say that saying, man, your eyes bloodshot red, man. That's what he's talking about, because Christ was a wine bibber, but Christ was no drunkener. He didn't drink to get drunk. He drank moderately. Understand what I'm saying? Christ was not belligerent with his drinking. He didn't drink and was falling and stumbling all everywhere. He was a wine bibber. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And his feet like a confined brass.
And his feet. Now, we going down to the feet. Now, we describe the color of his head and the texture. Meaning the hairs on his head and the hairs on his face were white like wool. We showed you the, you know what I mean? We broke down, you know what I mean, the eyes. His eyes was as a flame of fire. Meaning his eyes was bloodshot red. He was a wine bibber. Now we going to the feet. You know what I mean? We getting a full description of how Christ looked. You know what I mean? Since they say color doesn't matter, right? So if it don't matter, why is it describing how Christ looked inside of this Bible? So if color don't matter, the color of Christ don't matter? Yeah, I know you want to believe that. Because y'all want to believe just because he is that color man that, you know what I mean, we all going to be saved by him. He come to save all. But let me ask you this question. Would you really serve a black man? Would you really? If you're an oppressor, would you serve a black man? Would you let that black man be over you? Nah, I don't think so. All right. Now we going to the feet, right? Keep going. Hold on. Matter of fact, before you even go there, this the $1 million question. What's the color of brass? If anybody know, go ahead.
Like a brownish color?
Right. Brass is a derivative of brown. You know what I mean? This is the color. This is them. This is the Bible describing the color of his feet. Like brass. Brass is what? Man, look, you ask anybody else, you know what I mean, what's the color of brass? You know, they tell you it's gold. It's purple. It's yellow. Trying to be funny. Right? But this is describing how his feet looked, and it was brown. They don't want to take, listen, they hate the fact that you are learning about how Christ looked, because Christ looked just like you. Christ looked just like you. Now, brass is a derivative of brown. Keep going.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if it burned in the furnace. $1 million question again. If you burn anything, whether it's white, whether it's red, whether it's purple, whether it's green, whether it's blue, what color does it turn? It turns black. Meaning what? Christ was a dark man. He was a dark black man from the tribe of Judah. Now, what's going on with that image that's in your grandma's living room? Who is that? $1 million question again. Who is that? If this describes how Christ looked in the Bible, then who is that image? Who is on that image that's in your grandmother's living room? Who is on that image that's in the Christian churches? Who is on that image that's around your gold chains and your tattoos? Who is on that image? Because that's most definitely in Christ. It said Christ had white woolly hair. The hairs on his head and the hairs on his face was woolly. So obviously, Christ had a little afro, right? But the image that we see in the Christian churches on your grandma's wall, we see long stringy hair. So who is that? Well, if you didn't know, that is a real person. If you didn't know, that person is Caesar Borgia, Pope Alexander VI, Pope of Rome, right? That was his son. He was a real person. This man was a homosexual, a full-fledged homosexual. If I'm not mistaken, he had sex with his sister too. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had a gay lover, Shalakia. He had a homosexual lover that painted his picture over the prophets, over Christ, to make him to be Christ. So now, when we look at Christ, we worshiping who? Our oppressor. The one that hates your guts. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. He hates your guts. So when you look at him, you serving him. But that is not Christ. According to this Bible, according to Revelation 1:13-15, that is not Christ. So who is you serving? Let your Christian teacher, listen, let your Christian pastor tell you. You know what I mean? Let him tell you. You know what I mean? Color doesn't matter. Christ is any color. I had a Christian pastor that tell me that one day, and it was so crazy to me. I asked him, what color is Christ? He said, Christ don't have no color. Christ is clear. Like how idiotic that is to say that Christ is clear. Just because you want everybody to be saved. You want everybody to have salvation. You want God to love everybody. The Most High don't. He love you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. He only love you. Drop that and give me Triple Gabar. Give me Ezekiel 1:5. If you can, Baba Shaw. Young man Mario, give me Jeremiah 14:2. Now, we just gave you the description of the Most High, right? We showed you how the Most High looked. That's the description that Daniel was given, right? He said he had hair like wolf. You know what I mean? Meaning he was a nigga god, obviously. Then we got you the description of Christ, which is Christ is obviously a nigga from the tribe of Judah. You know what I mean? So if Christ was a nigga, he came from Judah. Judah is the son of Israel. What color is the rest of his brothers? They are all black too, right? Think about that. I pray you understand that. You got that, Trooper Gabar?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead. Hold on. Let me get that real quick. Salaki. Let me get that real quick.
Okay. Ezekiel 1 and 5. Also, out of the midst, there also came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Right. Start right there. Start right there. So, this is Ezekiel giving, let you know his vision that he had, right? It's the vision that Ezekiel had. Like, a lot of us like to think, that angels look like, naked white babies flying around with little wings, shooting people. Like the little angels on Valentine's Day, what they call them, Cupid. But they never gave you the real description of an angel. We thinking angels look so cute and harmless and all this other, crazy stuff. But all this time, the description is in the Bible how angels really look. We don't know this because our Christian pastor is not teaching us this. We're going to get the description of these angels. Go ahead.
And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of men, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings.
Hold on, start that back. Go back to number 5.
Sorry, I'm at number 5. You want me to start now, sir?
Come on, go ahead. Start at number 5.
Also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Right.
And
go ahead.
And this was their appearance.
This is their appearance. This is their appearance. If we get to the description of how the angels look. Go ahead.
They had the likeness of a man.
Right? That's one. Right? That's not it. One had the likeness of a man, right? That's not it, though. Keep going.
And everyone had 4 faces.
All of them had 4 faces. They had the likeness of a man, meaning what? They had a body like as a man, but each one of them had 4 faces. Right? This is something that you don't want to look upon, man. Like, if you see something like that, man, that'll terrify anybody to look upon that. But what we think? We think, angels look innocent. We think angels is like the little white angels. Keep going.
And everyone had 4 wings.
All of them had 4 wings. Right? They have 4 faces and 4 wings. Not like the angels that we see, on Valentine's Day, or the angels that they be trying to put on, in front of a t-shirt. This is the real image of an angel. Keep going.
And their feet were straight foot.
All their feet were straight feet. Keep going.
And their sole of their feet was like sole of a calf foot.
Right. They had the foot like a calf. You know what I mean? You ever seen a calf? They foot got like the hoof. This is their feet. So they had feet like a calf, the body of a man, 4 wings, 4 faces. Do that sound anything like the angels that be flying around shooting people with bow and arrows? No, that don't sound nothing like one of them. That does not sound like what they portrayed that to be. Keep going.
And they sparkle like the color of burnt brass.
Like what?
Like the color of burnt brass.
Like what?
Like the color of burnt brass.
Like the color of burnished brass. Understand what I'm saying? This is how the angels look. The angels did not look like how they portray angels to look like. Those are not the angels. You know what I mean? I be seeing things on YouTube like, man, it's so crazy how they just try to make this Bible to be how they want it to be. You know what I mean? They be talking about Gabriel and Michael, you know what I mean? All of them are white angels with one head, two wings, and a feet like everybody else's feet, a man's feet. But that is not the description that they're giving inside of this Bible. Something ain't right. That's them Christian churches, man. They're getting paid to teach you nothing. They're keeping you asleep. They're keeping you oppressed. Come up out these churches. Because honestly, they just keeping you away from serving your God like how you're supposed to. Know who you are according to this Bible. All right, drop that. Young man Mario, let me get Jeremiah 14 and 2.
I don't know.
1 second.
I don't want to.
1 second. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I never thought like that angels look so weird and freaky, you know what I mean? Because like when I think about angels, like I just figure like, you know what I mean, like a man with wings, you know what I mean, maybe like a halo. But like reading it and like I see like on 8 they say like even their hand had like faces on them. I'm like that shit like that shit looks so weird just imagining it, you know what I mean?
God. Just try to be careful with your words too. But yeah, same thing here. Like okay, I used to think the same thing about angels, man. I thought it was, you know what I mean, white people with white togas or white gowns with halos over their head, shining so bright, like, and with two wings, and they hold their hands like this here, and just talking sweet and loving and all this other stuff. Like, honestly, I really thought that because the Christian churches, that's what they teach, man. They betray that the angels look like that. They betray that Christ looked like who he looked like Caesar Borgia. This is what they portray. They don't want you to know how these people look according to this Bible. Because they know they end. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Like just like reading this right here kind of like blow my mind because like it just like completely like throw away everything like I ever even like believed of how angels look. So like this right here just kind of like just I don't even know what the word to say because it's just kind of like shocking right now for me, sir.
Just imagine this, right? Just imagine actually seeing an angel. But the way they're describing it out of this Bible, an angel with four faces. With four faces, one like so like the one with the face of a man, a bear, an eagle, and a lion. That's what it says.
Let me see. I don't think it says four living creatures, but it doesn't say the appearance of the creatures.
Yeah, it says okay, it says, as for the likeness of their faces, their four had the face of a man, the face of a lion on the right side. Slocky. And their four had faces of an ox on the left side, and therefore also had the face of an eagle. So they have a man face, a lion face, an ox face, and an eagle face, all on one head. That's verse 10.
Okay, I see it.
Would that not terrify you? Like, just think, like, we already scared. You know what I mean? When we see like things that we never seen before, that crap just freak us out. You know what I mean? But to actually see something like that, you really think that, come on, man, like we're gonna face something like that? Man, our people's already terrified, especially your oppressor. If he sees something he never seen before, the first thing he do automatically try to unalive it, because he is so terrified of something like that. He know damn well he ain't never seen no angel before. So he gonna paint that angel out to be how he want that angel to be. Right? He wants you to look at his peoples as someone to look upon, like someone good. And they're the most evilest people on this planet. They're the most evilest people on this planet. They rape, rob, and murder us. They oppress us daily. And they want to pick that picture out to be, you know what I mean, something that we should look upon, like they're God's peoples. Nah. And the damn sure ain't the people over there in Israel right now. They damn sure ain't the people of this Bible. Because when they just describe Christ, then hold on, who is the people over there in Israel right now? They damn sure ain't looking like Christ. They damn sure ain't black with woolly hair. People with damn pepperoni hats and little curls on the side. What the hell is that anyways? They do not look like the people of this Bible, man. They just lies, and just keep lying to you. You know what I mean? You got that, young man?
Jeremiah 14?
Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Hold on one call, sir. I got it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah
mourning. Right? What it means to mourn. Anybody know? What it means to mourn. Look it up. Look it up. What it means to mourn. Anybody got it? Okay, for time's sake. Go ahead.
Grief.
Con, what else? Give me some more.
sorrow,
Come on, give me some more.
limit,
What?
it's like lament, Lament, Lament.
Right. Give me some more.
Got you, sir. That's all I can find.
All right, for time's sake, it means being sadness, man. They was in sadness. Judah mourneth. I mean, Judah was in sadness, man. They was sad with all the things that's going on. I mean, just like what's going on right now. Judah is still mourning. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Our people is being underlined by the hands of our oppressor. They keep their knee on our neck. You know what I mean? They make sure that we don't rise up by doing what? By allowing Christian pastors, by putting these Christian pastors that supposedly be our leaders, teaching us nothing. You know what I mean? They keep their knee on our neck. Now just think about everybody that's unalive right now that's unalive by the hands of police officers. Just think about that. You don't think their families in mourning right now? You don't think they're in sadness right now? You know what I mean? What about Dante Wright? You think his parents is not in mourning right now? This young brother was 20 years old, man. This little young brother probably had his father in his life, mother in his life, probably had a little something going on. You know what I mean? Probably trying to go to college. What about Andre Hill? This man was 47 years old. You don't think his wife was mourning? You don't think they was in sadness? What about Trayvon Martin? What about this little young brother? You don't think his parents was in sadness when they heard that their son got unalived by this oppressor? That the police told him not to move or do anything, and he still went and unalived this young brother because he just felt like that's what he wanted to do, trying to be a hero. Just think about that, man. You don't think we're in mourning with the things that we're going through right now? We've been oppressed, man. This oppression is not no joke. Think about who else? Who else we got? George Floyd. They had they had their knee on this brother's neck. This brother is screaming out, man, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Just imagine seeing him like you're his son and you seeing this on TV every day. Just imagine that you're his daughter and you seeing this happen to your father. We're in sadness, man. Keep reading.
And the gates thereof languish.
And the gates thereof languish. What the gates represent, right? The gate is known for keeping whatever in and keeping whatever out. It's made to keep things in, and it's also made to keep things out. You know what I mean? The gates thereof languish. You know what I mean? Our supposedly leaders is supposed to be our protection. They supposed to be the mouth of the people. You know what I'm saying? When these things happen to these people, man, to our brothers and sisters, where was our leaders at? Know what I mean? Where they was when they supposed to be standing up for us when these things was happening. But you know what they doing right now? They giving aid to Israel right now. They giving aid to the Palestinians, the Arabs. They want to choose sides. They want to be on one of their sides. Where was these leaders at when we needed that? You know what I mean? Where they was when we were suffering. Why they didn't come and speak up against the violence that they put upon the children of Israel? Where was they? There was nowhere. Our protection, our gates, it was weak, man. It was weak as hell. Why? Because they trying to keep their pockets fat. They trying to stay in good grace with our oppressors. And all they doing is just oppressing us more and more and more. They are not helping us with anything. Who is these people that we talking about? Who is these people that's in mourning? Let's find out. Read.
They are black.
They are what?
To the ground. They are black.
They are what?
To the ground. They are black onto the ground.
They are black, man.
Right.
They are black onto the ground. They are black. The Jews are black. The Jews are black. That's what they are. That's what color they are. They are black men. That's the color of the Jews. So the Christian pastor can't sit up here and tell you that color doesn't matter. It's written there inside of the book. Because we're the people that needs to be saved. We're the people that need salvation. We're the people that's been oppressed. We're number one in AIDS and HIV. We're number one. Our sisters is number one aborting their babies. We're number one. We have the highest rating people or nation that's on drugs right now. The highest. We have the highest rating of our peoples being homosexual. The LTBG, whatever you want to call it. The highest. We're number one in the prison system. Number one, man. We're the ones that's being unalive by the millions. That salvation is for us. We the ones that need to be delivered from our oppressors. Look at our Mexican brothers and their babies and their wives that's locked up in cages right now. Look how they doing our peoples. Trump told America, send them back over there to Mexico. Build a wall. Don't let them come over here. This is more of their land than theirs. This is not even their land anyways. So how can you put somebody out their own house, man? This is their land more than it's yours. We're the one that need the salvation. Matter of fact, let me get drop that. Let me get let me get Psalms 14:7. Now, you can't tell me we're not the people that's been oppressed constantly. You know, people that we're describing are the children of Israel. We're the one that fits that description. Of who's been more oppressed than us? We are. Trooper Gabar, grab me Psalms 14-7.
Already got it out of the wall.
Right. Most High Christ. Bubbly. Let me see. 14-7. Go ahead.
Psalm 14-7. On that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion when the Lord brings back the captivity of his people. Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad.
Right. When we get this salvation, we be saved. You know what I mean? Out of the hands of our oppressors. That's when we're going to rejoice. That's when we're going to be glad, man. That's why the Most High sent Christ to save his people. You know how glorious that day is going to be when we finally up out of this hell. This is hell, man. This is not paradise. I hear this crap all the time. Man, another day in paradise. This is what you call paradise? This is captivity, man. Y'all living y'all life like this is paradise. This is not our rest. This is captivity, man. We're the ones that need this salvation. And when we get it, boy, the day that we're going to be glad and happy. I know, listen, I know y'all tired of getting pulled over by police officers, man. And being afraid that you're going to be the next one that's unalive by one of them. I know you're going to be so glad to go up in a Family Dollar or the dollar store or any type of grocery store and your oppressor not pulling the AR-15 on you and unaliving everybody. When that day ends, I know that's going to be the most glorious day of your life. Just think about that, man. Think about that for a second. Now I have to, you know what I mean, be in any place and being unalive by your oppressor. Like how your oppressor came up in the church and unalived everybody. Or most of everybody. I don't know exactly how it went, but I know he went ham up in there. Correct me if I'm wrong. He went ham. And that's what they do. They're animals, man. We the ones that need to be saved from them. Drop that. Let me get Isaiah 62:1.
All right, don't worry, I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for
Jerusalem.
For Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest until the righteous thereof go forth as brightness and salvation thereof as a lamp. That brightness.
What is Isaiah 62:1?
Yeah.
Right. For
Yeah, Isaiah 60.
For Zion's sake, will I not hold my peace? You know what I mean? He is not going to hold his peace from his people. You know what I mean? We come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. He is not going to hold his peace. And for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest. You know what I mean? Until all of his people is being saved. Understand what I'm saying? Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what the Lord is telling you. You know what I mean? For the sake of Zion, he will not hold his peace back. We will have peace. And he will not rest. And we come back to him. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and follow our Father. Obey the Father. Obey the Most High so we can get about these conditions. And it says, until the righteous thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. You know what I mean? That salvation is there for us, man. Christ came to save us. You know what I mean? Because the salvation is for us. We have to be saved from somebody that's trying to harm us. Young man Mario, let me get Luke 1:68. Because your Christian pastors, once again, they'll tell you salvation is for everybody. That says Zion and Jerusalem. Wait, hold on. They're not talking about the people over there. They're not talking about everybody on this earth. That's only for Israel. Salvation is for Israel. We need to be delivered from our oppressors. What do they need saved from? Huh? They're in their heaven. What, they need to be saved from themselves? Let y'all do what y'all do. We're the people that need to be saved. We're the people that was chosen by the Most High. You got that? Luke 1:68. Luke 1:68. When you get it, go ahead and read.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people.
He had what?
For he has visited and redeemed his people.
He have what?
For he has visited and redeemed his people.
He had visited and redeemed his people. That's not talking about everybody. Who is his people? His people is Israel. The Israelites. Not the Israelis or the Jewish. His peoples is the Israelites. That's you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You are his peoples. The ones that's homeless right now, sleeping on the bus stop benches, sleeping in the parks, sleeping in front of stores with nothing to eat, hungry, getting beat up by police officers. The ones that's in the ghettos. I mean, those are God's peoples. The ones that's in the barrios, in the reservations, those are God's peoples. The ones that's in the prison system, those are God's peoples. The millions of Native Indians, those are God's people. that the oppressor slaughtered. The Mexican brothers, our Mexican brothers that's locked up in cages, kids, wives, those are God's peoples. God's people is the ones that was in slavery. The Most High came to redeem them. And how he's going to do that? By sending Christ to save his peoples from their sin. Matter of fact, let me get Matthew 1:21. Bible shot real quick. Whoever get it. He came to visit and redeem his peoples, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Know what I mean? Who is he talking about? He's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. How Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our King. Know what I mean? He sent him to save us. Let me keep reading. Lockie. Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of the holy prophets, right? Which have been since the world began, that we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hands of all that hate us. Who's he talking about? Our oppressors, man. Everybody that oppress the children of Israel, Christ has come to save all of them people. All of us. He's going to show us how to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments so we can get back on the Most High side. So we become children again. So we become his peoples again. Like we already was before. Not everybody. Everybody. I mean us. Salaki. Everybody that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you got that, go ahead and read.
Come on, Pastor, I got it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21. And he shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Which is who? Who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the Hebrew. She shall bring forth a son, and she shall name him Yahweh Shai. Keep reading.
For he shall save his people for their sins.
He shall do what?
For he shall save his people from their sins.
No, everybody.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
Nah, only Christians that believe that Christ died for everybody.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
For he should save his peoples from their sin. Meaning who? That's the Israelites. Not everybody. Not the whole world. Only Israel. Salvation is not for everybody. Trooper Gabar, give me 45 and 17. Because like I said, like, we're the only ones that's going through this madness, man. Like, we want to integrate with these people, man, that hate our guts. They hate you. You think your oppressor really loves you? How you gonna love the person that oppressed you? How? What it's called? What? Stockholm syndrome? When you love your kidnapper? How? They hate your guts, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. They hate your guts. But you know who loves you? The Most High loves you. You know who else loves you? Christ loves you. And all these brothers in the ISUBK that's following Christ, the 12 tribes of Israel, we love our brothers. That's why we come and we teach every Saturday, Monday through Sunday. We teach, waking you up, letting you know who you are according to this Bible, so you can come back to the Most High, so we can get out these conditions that we're in. But the only way we can do that, we have to separate ourselves. We have to separate ourselves from our oppressors. We have to separate ourselves from these churches. We have to separate ourselves from the things that they do. You know what I mean? Envy not thy oppressor. As the scripture says. And choose none of his ways. Understand what I'm saying? When you got that, go ahead and read.
So like I don't. My phone had turned off. I mean, the phone call had ended. So I just had to call back.
All right, no sweat. Isaiah 45 and 17. You got it?
45 and 17.
Come. Go ahead, read it when you got it. Let me get that with you.
All right. Okay. All right. I got it now. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Yeah, right. But Israel should be saved. What does it say? It's everybody. Young man Mario, give me John 4 and 22. Where does it say it's everybody? I don't see it in the Bible. It doesn't say everybody. Like I said from the beginning, you know what I mean? The Most High always named who he is talking about. He didn't say everybody. Just because he said the world, that does not mean everybody on the face of this earth. He's not talking about Israel, everybody. He said Israel shall be saved. Israel shall be saved with everlasting salvation. You should not be ashamed nor confounded. You should not be ashamed of being an Israelite. Never, ever be ashamed of who you are, because salvation is for you. The Most High came to save you. Don't be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. We are the Most High's world. We belong to him. We are his peoples. You got that? Go ahead, read when you got it.
It's the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
Right.
We know.
Y'all worship what y'all know not. Y'all thinking salvation is for y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all worshiping the Most High. Y'all saying the Lord is your Savior. You know what I mean? These are our oppressors that's saying this, man. They don't know what they worshiping. Because Christ did not come for you. The Lord do not love you. You don't know what you're serving. You in the Christian churches singing and clapping and dancing. You know what I mean? Saying that the Lord is going to save everybody. Y'all end up praising God. You don't know what you're serving. You don't know what you worship. Read. Read. Go ahead.
We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews.
We know what we worship. You know what I mean? We know exactly what we worship. We worship our God, the one that looked like us, the one that loved us, the one that chose us, the one that punishes us. We know exactly what we worship. Read.
But the hour cometh.
Go back. For salvation is what?
For salvation is of the Jews.
For salvation is of the Jews, not for everybody. So you can say you can go up in that Christian church, praise God all day long, but you don't know what you're worshiping. Salvation is not going to come for you. Saving is not going to come for you. Christ did not come for you. Salvation is of the Jews. It's only for the Jews. We're the people that needs to be delivered out of the hands of our oppressors that oppresses us daily. They oppress us for fun. They hunt our footsteps. You know what I mean? This is not the life. So serve the Most High. Worship the Most High. You know what I mean? Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, because they don't know what they're doing. I cannot see our oppressors trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. I just don't see that. They're like animals, man. They don't know what they're serving, but we do. And been delivered is only for us. All right, let me try to get one more in. Let me get Acts 13:1. Young man Mario.
What was it?
Acts 13:1.
I got it.
Nah, if you didn't know, nigga is in the Bible. If you didn't know that. You know that, right? All right, I got you. We're going to pull it up inside the Bible. We're going to show you what the Bible says. Not my words, but what the Bible says. Read.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain
Antioch.
And the teachers.
Antioch.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Right. Keep going.
As Barnabas and Simon, that was called Niger.
They was called.
And Lucius.
They was called Nigers. They was called Nigers. When they looked at these two brothers, this is what they seen. They seen Nigers. Look up the definition of Nigers. Matter of fact, pull up the definition of Nigers. Young man Mario. Trooper Gabar, pull up the definition of niggas. with 2 G's. Whoever got it, go ahead. Make sure when you read the definition, you say what source that you got it out of. What is the source? Like the source can be the Oxford, the source can be Webster. You know what I mean? This is where you get the source from. Who got it? Come on, Akim, real quick.
Like you said, I got Niger.
Go ahead, read it.
Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
Niger is the Latin word for black.
What?
Niger is the Latin word for black.
It's the Latin word for black. So Simeon and Barnabas was called Nigers. Nigers means black. What color was they? It was 2 black men. That's what it was called. Because when they seen these 2 brothers, they seen dark-skinned Negroes. But color doesn't matter, right? They'll never, look, your Christian pastor will never take you through the definition and see exactly what words mean. Because one thing about us, we keep Bible dictionaries. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And we want to know what words mean, we go to the Zondervan. Or we go to more sources. But majority of the time, we go to the Zondervan. All right, Trooper Gabar, you got that? All right. For the second time, whenever you get that, let me know. Okay, Negro. It's another word. We got the word Niger, which is a black person. We're going to read the word Negro. And this is out the Oxford language. Negro, a black person. You know what? I was talking to somebody I know, right? A relative. And this brother said, nigger means ignorant. I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, exactly. He said, nigger means ignorant. We just read 2 definitions of the word. We read Niger, and we read Negro. Now let's get the word nigger. Let's see what that means.
I feel like you're out of one.
You got it?
Yeah. It's Google Cancer. I was like trying to find something better, but I just use Google. Okay.
Go ahead. Is it what's your source?
What was that, sir?
What's the source?
Like I said, I just use Google.
Go ahead, let me see what you got.
Okay, it says in the English language, the word nigger is a racial slur used against black people.
Right. Right. Exactly. I have one from the Oxford language. Again, nigger means typically representing African American speech. This is what they call us. So nigger, Niger, or Negro all means black. So that's what they call Barnabas and Simeon, right? You might say, okay, well, the Africans are black too. Well, there's a difference between the Africans and African Americans, right? We're going to show you the difference between those two. Because this is where a lot of people get this confused. They think we're Africans. We are not Africans. We are not those people. We are Israelites, according to the Bible. I'm going to read the word Ham out of the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zonovan. All right, this is the word Ham. The youngest son of Noah, right? Because remember, Noah had 3 sons. He had Japheth, he had Shem, and he had Ham. Their 3 wives and Noah's wives. No, it was only what? 8 people, if I'm not mistaken. 8 people. Right. So Ham was the youngest son of Noah. And it says, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the floods. So it was 8 people, right? It says, he became the progenitor of the dark race. What does progenitor mean? Progenitor.
Here's the definition of progenitor. A person or thing from which a person, animal, or plant is descended or originates, an ancestor or parent.
Right. The parent of, the son of. This is what they come from, a progenitor. Ham became the progenitor of the dark race, right? Just like we are. Let's see the difference. Is it a difference? Let's find out. They became the progenitors of the dark race, not the Negroes. Whoa, hold on. Dark and Negroes mean black. So hold on. That doesn't mean the same thing, right? We're not the same people. But the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites, they are the progenitors. Ham is the progenitor of those people, and they describe the African people. They are different from the Negroes. We are not Africans. We are not Africans. So understand that color does matter inside the Bible. And salvation is not for everybody. It's only for the children of Israel. And with that, with the ISUPK, started off at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Shalom. Y'all clap it up. All right, shalom, Lord of Christ. Good job. All right, shalom, everybody. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom,
Lord of Christ.